What's doing? Welcome to another episode. This week we're adding a new project because we haven't got enough to do as it is, so let's go and have a look. That's right, it's a VL, but it's no ordinary VL. Let's have a look under the bonnet. That's right, it's a dirty Barra in the VL. Some people get pissed off, but it doesn't matter. It's a cheap conversion really compared to other things that can be swapped back. It's got V8 factory cross member, it's a turbo 400. It's got a 9-inch. I'll give you a quick look around at the moment and we'll have a look. So currently sitting we have a G42 1450. It's not quite where it needs to be. I've just borrowed this off Nick because Nick's got a bigger turbo. We have the ProFlow intake manifold. This is a gas motor. So the gas motor is basically the same as XR6. That's right, so the gas motor is exactly the same as the XR6. It has basically XR6 turbo bottom end, but a little bit higher comp. So we put new valve springs in it. We've gone a solid cam gear. I've got atomic timing chain, oil pump, billet gears, all that sort of gear in the front, and head studs and head gasket. Apart from that, she's all stock inside. Should be good for about 700 or 800 horsepower or so on the 85. So it's just got back from paint pretty much. It's been there for about 12 months. She's come up pretty fresh. I'll probably drop a photo in and show you what it used to look like. But she's come back nice and clean, nice and straight, and pretty much going to be factory. Manifold. Should be cool. On the interior, we're just waiting on door cards coming back. Stock seats, stock internal, stock seats, and stock interior. We've just done a ratchet shifter with a power tune dash, and we've got a bit of an e-boost and a fuel gauge. We're running Haltech Elite 2500, but otherwise all stock inside here. Alright, so under here it is a little bit dirty because it's been at the paint shop, but a 9-inch from the rod shop just bolts in. We've got wheelwood brakes front and rear. We're running Pettis shocks and springs. Tail shaft's just on the ground over here, I was going to throw it in. But we've got Mark, as my mates run with a turbo 400, fully manualised or built. And yeah, that's just a stock V8 K-frame on Pettis shocks and the wheelwood brakes up front. So it's slowly getting there. We're just getting all the intercooler and everything bolted in as well. Get everything painted up under here and make it all look pretty. We've also got the chassis bracing from Castman Rod Shop, and it all bolts in to keep all the chassis together, and I should hopefully stop it from bending and twisting when the big 9-inch starts to turn. For fuel system, I'll show you up on the back of the top of the car, but it's running factory tank through to a surge tank and then back out through here. And then we run down through the hard lines, and the hard lines, you can see here, run all the way up and through, and we run hard line just up to underneath the manifold. I'm probably going to run an E85 flex sensor somewhere in here so we can run on flex fuel as well. For wheels, we're going to go with these jegs for the rears. So I'm just saying for the front, they're a 15 by 10 on the rear and a 17 by 4 on the front. I've also got something special which I'll bring out another day. Now for the boot, we just got surge tanks and twin 04.4s, and yeah, I know it's just all chipboard, but some extra weight in the back will be good. All been painted out in the back, no rust, all nice and done. All on the boot lid's all done. We just have this trim here to do, which I have in the car inside there, and I also have the C-pillar trims as well. But otherwise, she's all together. We'll change some wheels around, climb up some brakes, and get it going. So back in here, we need to organise the radiator. I'm going to do air box setup and intercooler piping through here. The other intercooler piping will go down and through that side. Exhaust, I had already set up an exhaust for the smaller turbo we had, but I'm going to make this one be a V-band, and we're going to kick it down and run down through there. All factory, everything else should be fine. I'm going to instead of running a mechanical gauge, I'm going to run an actual electric pressure gauge through the Haltech, monitor all that. Deciding whether I'm going to run this or not as an external reservoir. I might move that to give me a better angle for the turbo. Seems to be the go, but otherwise she's almost done in the engine bay. Just a couple of little bits to tidy up and finish off. So you would have seen it before in the earlier part, but that's the power tune dash with the Mako dash around it, I guess. So it's all insert and cluster, e-boost 2 and my fuel gauge, and all my other lights, blinkers and whatnot are all molded in as well. So it keeps it all together. I do need to get a new barrel surround to make that prettier. But otherwise in here, the interior for the model of the car is pretty good. The door trim card's shrunk, so we're getting new door trims and that made. Just got to hide all the Haltech up under the dash, and sort of probably sort out a radio. But that's all to come in the future and get it all sorted. But yeah, this interior is really, really good. It's all factory. So you have it, there's the VL, a bit of an intro, short little thing. I'm going to start doing a bit of a build process on it. I have got an Instagram page where I'll probably drop a link in the bottom down below. It's been a long process to get to this point, but I'll go through and you can see all the photos in there. But from now on, I'll probably progress video it and we'll show you where we're at, what we're doing, getting on the dyno, fuel system, turbo system, intercoolers, all that stuff getting all plumbed up, and we'll go through it all and I'll give you a look. But if you like the look of this thing and you want to see more about it, let me know. Hit that like, hit subscribe. Stay tuned and hopefully we'll have some more VL action, so a bit of a diversity on the thing. I'm not stuck in one genre. I don't like just four-wheel drives or drift cars or whatever. I like a bit of everything, so hopefully you guys do too, and we'll catch you on the next one.